Hey guys, welcome back and hello if you're new. Today I'm doing another one brand makeup tutorial. This is a regular series I've been doing for some time now. I have a full playlist if you guys want to check it out. I've done quite a few other brands: She Glam, Essence Cosmetics, Elf Cosmetics, Milani, quite a few brands so far. So today I'm doing a full face of the Balm Cosmetics. I have quite a few products here to do a full face, almost a full face of the Balm. So if you want to see how I did this look right here, I'm going to show you how I did it. Share with you guys some of my favorite products as well, and maybe some of my not so favorites. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Grab a drink, grab a snack. Let's do this. I don't have enough products here to do an entire face, so I am going to compensate and just use a few other brands for like the eyebrows and eyeshadow primer and setting powder. So there's just a few things that I don't have, but that's totally fine. Majority of what I have I think will work just perfectly for this video. So I did already prime my skin, and I used the Essence Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer. This has been a new primer I've been testing out and really loving, so we are all prepped, ready to go. And I know that the Balm does have a primer, but when I was buying a few extra things to film this video, it sold out. So of course, every time I wanted to buy it, it was out of stock. So the first product I'll be using is the Tinted Moisturizer. This is the Anne T. They always have tongue twister names, very clever names. And this is in the shade number 10. It says number 10 at the top. I'll give this a quick shake. So I've been testing this out for quite a while, and every time I use it, I try to love this, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not my favorite product. So that's shade number 10. That is the lightest shade available. So the shade selection isn't the greatest. I would say the Balm Cosmetics isn't really known for their base products like foundation, concealer. In that department, I don't think they have a whole lot to choose from. I find that this is more of a very matte. I have very dry skin, so I personally don't go for matte products. This has pretty good coverage for a tinted moisturizer. It almost feels like a BB cream or CC cream in my opinion. So it has a little bit more coverage. I'm going to blend this with a damp beauty sponge, and I feel like you do have to work quickly with this. It does set very fast. I don't know why, but every time I use this, no matter how hydrated and plumped my skin is before applying this, it always looks dry and patchy. So if you have very dry skin, I don't know if I would recommend this tinted moisturizer. If you have more oily to combo, maybe give this a try. So moving on to the concealer, this says it has skincare meets color. It has organic jojoba oil with anti-inflammatory properties to calm the skin. So I have, again, the shade number 10. I really hate the packaging on this. It comes in this really cute tin, but unfortunately, I don't know if you can see here, it's always loose. It never stays tightened. Like when I screw it tight, it doesn't, it's always loose. So I'm really afraid that this is going to dry out. I feel like this does match the shade of the tinted moisturizer pretty well. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's a swatch right there. I feel like this is a pretty good shade match for myself. It's a little bit dark. It creases so bad. No matter what I try to do, it just always creases. It's not long wearing. It tends to travel and look just really odd and patchy underneath my eyes. So I haven't worn this in a while, so we'll see how things go today, but it's just not my favorite concealer. Like, it feels really creamy and moisturizing at first, but then when you start to blend it out, it just looks dry underneath my eyes. Like, I'm already not liking how this looks. Alright, so for setting powder, again, I don't have anything from the Balm, unfortunately, so I'm just going to use my Colourpop No Filter powder. This is the one that's in my project pan this year. So I'm just going to lightly set my eyeshadow primer and underneath my eyes. So next up, I'm going to use the Balmbina Palette. I absolutely love this palette. This is where I think the Balm Cosmetics shines. Their face palettes, blushes, bronzers, highlighters, their eyeshadow palettes are all so amazing. Their powder products in general I think are just so good. I actually did post a full review on this palette. Again, I will link any reviews I've done on the Balm in the description box, but I love this palette because this is sort of like their hits, like best products. So you've got blushes in here, you've got their new highlighter, which is called Let's Vault. You've got a bronzer, so I'm gonna be using the Bronzilla bronzer. I do like this bronzer. I think it's nice. It's not too orangey or anything. It's actually a really pretty bronzer. So I'm gonna use the Bronzilla bronzer today, and it's such a pretty color too, and I feel like it's very forgiving, if you will. So for blush, again, I do have a couple of blushes in this palette, really pretty. I also love their in-stain blushes. I only have one shade. This one is in Argyle. So cute. I love the packaging. Very vintage. They have definitely very vintage packaging. And then this, oh, I love this so much. This is their Will Powder Blush Quad. So I think I'm going to use this today just to kind of use as many products as possible. So these are more of a shimmery satin finish blush formula. So they're not flat matte, but you have a nice variety. You've got like a couple of deeper pinks up here, and then this one is kind of borderline a highlighter. It's called Worth the Wait. I usually do a little mixture, so I'm going to mix these two colors at the top. So we have Stamina and Dedication. So I'm just going to mix the two. Their blushes, you guys, are so good, so long wearing. So any of their blushes, the in-stain ones, this blush palette is one of my favorite blush palettes ever. The formula is really nice. They're very glowy, so you could even skip highlighter. Moving on to highlighter, I love the Mary-Lou-Manizer. This is just one of the OG favorites. I remember when this really exploded all over YouTube back in the day, and this has been well loved. As you can tell here, I'm doing a rolling project pan for this year, so if you guys are new here, go check out my videos. I'll link some playlists down below, but I am trying to finish this completely for 2022. I don't know if I'll actually get there or not, so I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this. It's definitely my favorite highlighter from the Balm. It's just the perfect champagne color. It goes with any makeup look. And then to set everything, I am going to reach for a setting spray. The Balm Cosmetics doesn't have a setting spray, so for the brows, I'm sorry, again, I don't have anything here. The only thing I saw at the time that I was purchasing things for this video to film, they had a brow powder, and I just don't like brow powders. I don't. They actually do have a brow pencil now, of course. I just checked their website. They do have a brow pencil that they launched. So I don't have that. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'm just going to quickly do my brows off camera, and then we can get started with the eye look. So I do have quite a few eyeshadow palettes from the Balm Cosmetics. A lot of these have been sent to me in PR on and off for the past couple of years. And I think I'm gonna go with this one today. It's one of my favorites. This is the Balm and the Beautiful eyeshadow palette episode 2. And I do have the other one as well. Again, I just love the Balm Cosmetics. Their eyeshadow palettes are so incredible. I also really, really love the mail order palettes. They look like little presents that come in the mail. I love their vintage packaging. The Balm Cosmetics aesthetic is so cute. It's like old school, I don't know what, early 40s, 50s type style. Very vintage packaging. I love it. So cute. I'm going to start off with a little bit of fog. So I'm actually just going to apply this all over on the lid, in the crease. If you've never tried their eyeshadows, what are you doing? You are missing out. Their formula is one of my top, definitely in my top 5 favorite brands in terms of eyeshadow formula. They're pigmented, yet they blend so easily. So even if you're a beginner with makeup, I feel like you would love their formula. You can create looks so quickly. I love their formula. Long wearing, doesn't crease. Their shimmers are beautiful, very buttery formula. It's a very smooth formula as well. Next, I'm going to take Trolley Car, which is this really pretty kind of neutral taupe shade. Yeah, I love their eyeshadow formula. So I'm going to use this shade to kind of deepen up the crease. I'm really just kind of packing this on the outer V. I'm going to take that same color, Trolley Car, and put that on the lower lash line. Leave a comment down below and tell me what was the very first product you ever tried from the Balm. For me, I think it was the Nude Tude eyeshadow palette. You remember that one? They discontinued it. And I used to have the Nude Dude palette as well. The Nude Tude and the Mary-Lou-Manizer highlighter. I think those were the two very first products I ever tried from the Balm. I'm going to take a little bit of Lombard Street. It's a very warm brown shade on my little e.l.f. crease brush. Just a tiny, tiny amount. I don't want this look to be too dark today, but I'm going to add just a tiny bit, just on the very edge to add a little bit more contrast and depth. And I love this little brush from e.l.f. you guys. It's like $3 or $4. It's perfect for adding a darker shade to your outer corner to really smoke it and add a little more depth and contrast to whatever eye look you're doing. I'm gonna take a little bit more of Lombard Street on this flat liner brush and go right up against my lower lash line. I rarely use this shade, but I'm gonna take Alcatraz. This really pretty shade. It's so unique too. Oh my god, there's shimmers, you guys. Look at this. So pigmented. This is like a deep, I don't even know how to describe this. It's almost like a green pewter, like a greenish brown. Well, kind of like an olive, but it's not quite, I don't know, it's just a really different shade. So I think I'm gonna put that on my eyelid today. I'm gonna go back through with one of my other blending brushes and just really blend the edge here. So for my inner corner, I'm going to take a little bit of High Street, and this is definitely a very yellow gold. See how this looks? Might be a little too golden for me, but I don't know. I think this will actually work really nice. Alright, so to finish off the eye look, I do have quite a few eyeliners. So another one of my favorites from the Balm is their Mr. Right eyeliner pencil. This one's called Say More Date Nights. It's just their nude. You guys have probably seen me use this a lot. It's a retractable liner, really long wearing. I like this nude color because it's the perfect like fleshy toned nude. It's not like super stark or like too overly bright. I always use this for my waterline just to add a little bit of brightness, but in a very soft, natural way. So their liquid liners are amazing. This is the Schwing eyeliner. I do have quite a few shades here. Some of these I've purchased myself, and I think the more like colorful ones are incredible. They do have a matte black, but I'm going to use one of the colored ones. They have a blue, they have a gold, and it just comes in your typical liquid liner, has a little well. Now this is a felt tip applicator, but it's very precise and sharp, and it has just enough movement where you get that nice sharp wing look or wing liner. These are incredible. They dry down, they don't smudge, they're water resistant, super long wearing. So if you're looking for a really good quality liquid eyeliner, give these a try. They are so amazing. I think the one I'm going to go for today is the brown one. Alright, so I just did a nice thin line along my lash line. I love this color. The brown one's one of my favorites. I also love the purple. I don't know, something about the purple and the brown. Like these ones are just so pretty and different. This is a very warm chocolatey brown as well. I think it's just a nice, kind of a nice break, you know, besides doing like black liner every single time. That just kind of shakes things up a little bit. So let's move on to mascara, and I do have a mascara here. I just opened up a brand new one, and this is the Mad Lash Black Mascara. This one is actually pretty good. I did try the little mini one before I opened up this one, but here is the brush. It has a rubberized wand with a little spiky end, a little ball on the end. Alright, so mascara is on. Again, not like my favorite mascara in the world. I'll definitely keep playing with it though, because I really struggled using the mini, so this is my first time using the larger one. I do like that this mascara adds me some length, a little bit of volume, separation. It can get a little clumpy if you're not careful because it is a pretty wet formula. So for lipstick, one of the best liquid to matte formulas ever is the Meet Matte Hues Long Lasting Liquid Lipsticks. I have a whole bunch of the minis. So they do sell little mini sets of the lipsticks where you get like I think 5 or 6 different shades. Great way to try out different colors and see which one you like the best. Great formula, long lasting. These go on really smooth and opaque. They dry down, they don't budge, they're kiss proof, and it's a comfortable, long wearing liquid to matte. I personally don't like a lot of liquid to matte lipsticks nowadays. I don't wear them very often, but when I do, this is one of my definitely my top 5 favorite formulas out there, and they have beautiful shades to choose from. So let's pick out a color. I have a lot of different shades here. I'm really kind of craving a darker lip today, so I don't know if I want to do like a berry color or maybe even a red. I have a lot of like darker colors here. This one's called Adoring, like wine, that kind of Merlot wine. Very fall appropriate lip color. I think this would also be a beautiful shade in the winter months as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. I don't use a lip liner. You can just apply this on bare lips and that is it. Alright, so that's what this color looks like. I love this formula. It's again long wearing, really pretty, kiss proof, transfer proof, really comfortable formula. Doesn't feel dry at all. I just really love these liquid lipsticks. They're so good. So that's it, you guys. That completes this look, doing a full face one brand tutorial of the Balm Cosmetics. I absolutely love their makeup. I think they have really great quality when it comes to their palettes, the highlighters. Any of their like face palettes are phenomenal. Again, the liquid to matte lipsticks. I think the liners are also really great. I also wanted to briefly mention they do have lashes, and I love their lashes as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. All the products will be linked down below in the description box. And if you want to check out some of my other one brand makeup tutorials, I do have a full playlist. And I think the next one I'm going to do is Shop Miss A. So stay tuned for that. Of course, subscribe if you are new here. I post every week. You can also find me on TikTok, Instagram. Again, everything will be linked down below. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. As you fade away.